Suavemente. Bésame.
Oh, God.
I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised.
The place where he was born and raised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Super Ultimate Audio Visual Experience.
And on this podcast, we test the structural integrity of a new couch every week. Join this week. We have Sam Tallent. No, you love it. Get in there. Okay. That's where you live. I'll tell you when you're done, boy.
You're
Yeah.
You're the least comfortable.
Look at this petite flower we have in between us. Me and large Chris over here. Yeah. I like a guy with a solid, like when you can thwack a guy. You know when you pat down a big dog and it gives you that thump?
Yeah.
I like that in a fella.
I got the thump.
Yeah.
You got that thump to you, boy.
You're infinitely thumpable, Chris. And I might call you Christopher on accident. I know your name is Christian, and
It's
I
all right.
apologize.
No.
Christopher.
Thumpy Chris.
Big thumpy.
I'm thumpy today.
Welcome to the podcast, man.
This is ludicrous.
Yeah, I know. It looks good, though,
So
visually.
funny, yeah.
I'm just like a big Oreo. I'm the cream-filled center.
You're totally the cream, dude. But you've been the cream before this happened.
The cream rises to the top.
You've been the sweet middle. That's what they call you on the road. Yeah, you can't headline, you can't host.
He's
But he's a
sweet
fucking
middle.
sweet middle.
Are you guys ready for the cream-filled center?
What are you doing, an urban room?
True.
Yeah.
No, never.
Do you ever host?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty fucking bad at
Bro,
it.
I can't imagine. I
I'm
think
not
you're
a
very
party
funny,
starter.
but fuck no, you're not. Yeah. Hello, hey, who's ready to laugh tonight at Mingles Standing Up Comedy Club? We got a big night for you. Hey, make sure everyone take care of those wait staff, silence your cell phones, and turn your laughter to maximum. And now, coming out to the stage, we have the one and only all the way from Southern New Jersey, Sean Gardini. Hello, everybody.
I am a man. That's what I've been telling Big Chrissy. That's the song I want to walk out to from now on.
Yeah, a song with even
constant.
less cultural relatability. Hey, do you like antiquated old-timey hobo songs? Because if you do, we got the game for you.
I'm so sweaty in here.
Are you sweaty already?
Yeah.
Well, then bail. You know why you're
No.
sweaty? I'm not sweaty because I eat a nice diet, but you're fucking soaked
I have
because
a
you eat
bad
trash.
diet. Yeah, I eat like a rat.
Yes, you do. Whatever you find.
Whatever I find goes right down the gullet.
Here's a fun New York story for you guys. Me, just a man carpetbagging into town from the Old West.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking to a deli last night, and at like 2 a.m. there was just a fat cat standing out underneath a truck.
Mike Bloomberg?
Hey, man, is that what we do on here? We get political? Jesus. I'm trying to tell a
Fat
nice
cat.
story about a cat.
Sean's very anti-Bloomberg.
I am very anti-Bloomberg.
No, I'm talking about an obese pussy.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about
Yeah,
Christian?
Big Chrissy.
And a big old rat ran by it, and the cat just looked at it and went,
Yeah.
the cat's so full of mice and rats and rodents.
Yeah, he can't possibly have any more.
No,
Nah, I'm stuffed.
you are stuffed. You're literally stuffed.
I'm stuffed in between
We
two
can do
big
whatever
hunks.
we want to you right now.
You could throw me out the fucking window.
It's like
Yeah.
a porn logo under the image.
Pornography, Christian.
I'm
Jesus
so
Christ. You're
low.
working
Mind out
blue
of the gutter.
immediately.
Yeah.
I know you. Big Chrissy is dirty as hell.
Is he?
Yeah.
I have a hard time thinking if he's ever touched his own penis.
That's pretty much all
I feel like he urinates with gloves on. Are you always whacking, Christian?
No.
Okay, walk it back, huh, Gardini?
Don't say it. Don't say
Oh,
it.
I can't say. Yeah. I'm going to keep a secret.
Sorry, I'm not in charge of this. I'm a guest here.
Plead the fifth.
Well,
Yeah.
straw's upside down.
I can
Ever do
either...
that bit? Where you go? Oh, no.
No.
Straw's upside down.
That's
Sorry,
a good
everybody.
bit.
It's a great bit. Mm-hmm.
How's that Joe?
It's good. It's free. That's what I like.
Mhm.
Serviceable, as we say in the business.
Yeah, I was worried it wasn't gonna be that good.
That was perfect.
From a bagel shop, I only get hot Joes.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they'd be capable of making an iced coffee there.
Flat
Oh.
white.
I thought they were gonna look at me and be like, "How do you expect the ice not to melt in the coffee?" Like I didn't think they would have ever heard of iced coffee before.
Well, they did a very good job.
Well, I'm glad.
And look,
Flat white. That's me.
Me too, brother.
are you talking about your girlfriend's ass, Christian? No, she's Dominican for sure. You're the kind of white guy that only fucks Caribbean girls.
Island
Gals, as you
things.
call
I
them.
can
Yeah.
neither confirm nor deny.
Hey, rude boy.
Come on,
Top
rude
shotter.
boy.
Big
Yeah,
Chrissy.
That's
Oh
me.
yeah, you do the voice, right?
Mhm.
That's cool. Patois.
Patois.
You ever seen those white guys on YouTube who do patois?
Yes, dude. Chet Hanks.
No, like the guy, like there's a dude who grew up like in Jamaica, and he'll be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, may I ask you a question?" Then I'll get a fake phone call and be like, "Ilma now,
Yeah.
Irish gal.
I've seen that.
You want to be a gutter gal? I'll treat you like a gutter gal."
Did you see the one where he's like, "I had sex"? I can't do it now because I'm on the spot. But he had sex with the monkey.
No,
You haven't seen that one?
no.
You said
And the guy
monkey
go-
like Shrek.
Yeah, monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I'm on the spot for accents, I can't do them.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Where you can't access that part of your brain when it's supposed to do an impression.
Not at all. I've never. Can you
Like,
do impressions?
Let me see. Hey man, it's me, Steven Seagal. What's up? Hey, you better knock off that jive before I throw you out that window in the parliament.
He does kind of slip in some.
He does a
Some
little
weird
like,
little
put a little
vocab.
funk on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a honk. He's a cold honky.
I'm over here in old Moscow. I'm talking like a jazz cat. I'm Steven Seagal. I've been getting swing shifts.
He was the fat cat.
He was the fat
He
cat.
was
Yeah.
the-
Mhm.
Karate boy.
Connecting all the dots. That's what we do here.
Mm-hmm. No stone left unturned on the super ultimate audiovisual experience.
I have to tell you guys, I love the name.
I'm glad you like it.
It's so funny. It's such like just a classic like postmodern take on an industry that's saturated. I like that. And also, it's postmodern what? Or no, what's it? It's the audio.
The super ultimate audiovisual experience.
So SUAE
VE.
Suave.
Suave.
Now you're speaking our language.
Cool guys.
Because that's what you
I
think
knew
of
it.
when you look at two guys like me and
Yep.
Big Chrissy.
Well, I do think that when I think of you,
You think
Sean.
Latin passion.
I do, yeah. Mm-hmm. Romantica.
I have to go over there.
Hey, I'll tell you when you can leave, boy.
No, guys.
I'm almost coming.
Don't molest me.
No molest. All right,
No,
Chris,
no,
just
no.
a couple of fucking alphas on the couch now.
Big boys.
Yeah.
Leave it to the big boys on the couch.
So is this how the pod works? The guest comes on and just dominates your asses?
Yeah, well,
All right.
this is the fifth episode,
Fifth. Right. Yeah.
and we're off to a great start, honestly.
Oh, I'm having so much fun.
Big Chrissy did a movie review last week. That was great.
What was
Yeah.
the movie? Land Before Time? Because you were a
No,
baby and you were
yeah.
scared by it?
Yeah, I watched all 29 of them.
Yeah.
No, I talked about the Oscars and some older movies. I'm a big movie guy. So
Tell you what, the Oscars this year turned me into a real grouch.
Did you get that joke from the garbage can?
Sesame Street.
I've got my act from there.
Yeah.
You know, it's a
Because he
fun
lives in
thing.
the
You
garbage
walk with a
can.
comic and they find
Yeah,
a
that
big
was mean.
overflowing trash can and you go, hey, look, it's your act.
Yeah, I tried that the other day. Nobody got it.
Really?
Yeah, I was at the dumpster. I said, sorry, I just had to find some new jokes for tonight. And
Oh.
everyone just went,
Yeah, you New York comics love to giggle and cut it up. You know,
we do. We chop it up. We bust it up.
you guys take it's such a serious culture here for comedy. It's weird.
It's the worst.
tough,
Serious
man.
comedy culture has
tough.
been bothering me so much lately.
Yeah,
The romanticizing of it is
Yeah.
disgusting.
yeah. When you like
And
hold it
here's
up,
like ground zero for that, I feel like lately.
it's weird, man. I talked to Stanhope about New York comics and how it's just like they have a hard time goofing around, you know, being silly. There's like a lack of silliness here. I think Dan Soder is so remarkable for his success here because of how silly and like goofy he is.
Another Colorado guy.
Yes, he is. Colorado's a state. State of mind.
Uh-oh. Don't hurt him now.
Oh. Dude, my brother-in-law's black, and at his wedding with my
Whoa.
sister, holy fuck, was I cutting rugs.
Damn.
They had this like,
Oh, you were the turned up white boy.
bro, have you seen the photo of me in this wedding?
No.
Oh my dude,
I'd like to,
dude.
though.
I'm going to show it to you. Vamp, Christian.
I'm hyping you up. I love this. I gotta see it.
Oh, dude, it's probably the best I've ever looked in any photo.
Wait, can you show it to the audience? Sam?
Nice.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
on
for sure.
Sam's Instagram.
There we go. Guess which one I am? I'm the one who doesn't look like Macy Gray. Yeah, dude, we were in black turtlenecks, chains. That's my brother-in-law. Look what a stud he was right there, dog.
God damn.
Fuck yeah, dude. Shout out to Tremel Cooks, my main man.
Shout out Tremel.
That's him right there. Yep, that was fucking fun, dude.
Swag.
That sounds fun. Where'd
Dude,
they get hitched?
They got hitched in
Colorado?
April of last year, so almost a year.
Back home, or did you have a destination?
They got married at the governor's mansion
Which governor?
of Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
And he's a homosexual. Interracial wedding
At the homosexual
at a homosexual house.
house.
Dude, come on.
House.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Come on into the homo house. Everybody carouse
I bet
around.
it's pretty lit in there.
It was lit as hell, dude.
I'm sure it's lit at the homo house.
It was nuts, dude, because like it was like Mel's family, and then he has like Surinamese family, and then Korean family, and then my honky ass family, and we were ripping it up in there, dude. It was just
what were they
Damn
playing on the
United
dance
Nations.
floor?
dude, heaters, nonstop bangers. And then I told them to put on this Currency song that I love. It's a freestyle. And when that came on, literally my best friend David Bory, also an Afro-American, was like, oh no. And he did that thing where he held everyone off the dance floor. And I went in there. 4.5 minutes
love
of just
that.
pure magic, dude. It
That
was
sounds
sick.
magical.
I love when you play a song and your friend is like,
Y'all don't know what's
give him
going
that, give him
It's
that
going
look.
down for real.
That look.
When your boy
Exactly.
hits you get you with that look.
Uh-huh.
You know what time it is.
Yeah, dude. Off your phone.
No, I was trying to find the song that I give Big Chrissy that look for.
What
Which
is
one?
it?
What's that one? Well, pretty much any funk will drive Big Chrissy mad.
Yep.
You're like
Oh,
the
yeah?
Funk
Manchurian
drives me-
candidate.
I do love 70s funk,
Me too, dog.
funk soul, R&B.
Mhm.
You ever heard the Numbers Band
The Numbers Band?
out of Toledo, Ohio?
I don't think I have.
Dude,
I
that
gotta,
shit rips.
I gotta Spotify that.
You got to get into the Numbers Band, dog. If you're into that funky sound that makes the world go round, all the way down and uptown. I wish I could have been the
Oh,
radio
snap.
guy from the Warriors.
Mm.
Oh
That
yeah.
was a sick fucking job. What?
Can you dig it? I knew that you could.
Yeah, you guys both got. Is it you guys just hang out because your voices are both very dulcet?
Yeah.
Like, I've noticed that even in the pod, we listen back. I listen back, and I'm like, yeah, we got kind of the similar.
Yeah, this is the most
Similar
energy
pattern.
this podcast has ever had.
You listen back to your own pod?
I make it
like
myself.
we edit and
Okay.
Make sure it's good, Big
Okay,
C.
cool. That's fair.
Quality control.
If it's a part of your job title, then that's okay.
yes, no, I don't just. I'm not like yes.
We've done it
I
again,
love-
Sean.
Well, that's
Another
every
hot
episode.
episode.
Every
Yeah.
episode we do, either me or Christian is like, that might be the worst fucking thing we've ever done in our entire lives. So then
That's how you
one of
should
us
feel.
will listen to it, and then we'll go, it's not so bad actually.
Yeah.
So then we'll put
It's
it
got
out.
some moments, and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
This is the process. This is
Yeah.
the.
And then we also do this a lot, is we talk about how insecure we are about the podcast on
That's
the
good.
podcast.
on the podcast.
Yeah,
No, I
because
think
you guys
that's
are
bad,
both
Sam.
24 and 22, and when you guys get some fucking shine on this thing, your heads are going to be ripped in half. You've already probably dealt with it due to your Matt and Shane job titles. But
What?
man, when the comments come for you,
Oh yeah,
you better be ready, brother.
They're here. I think I get some comments.
it's the
that are
hardest
kinda-
job in the world.
It's only going to get worse.
It's gonna get
Yeah, they're going to rip you open and use every hole.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ready.
Nah,
Look at you, barely able to drink coffee.
I know.
You huck your teeth in there? That's what you do?
No.
Christian's eating coffee.
I'm it's like Willy Wonka. I eat the cup.
Dude, that shit made me. It opened up my eyes to how everything in our tactile existence could be art or tasty. That movie. I remember watching it as a boy and being like, why aren't rugs made out of fucking fruit by the foot?
Yes.
I said that to my uncle and he's like, because your feet go on them, stupid.
Why
Very
can't I
good.
lick the
a
wall
good
all
point.
the time?
Yeah,
I'd
exactly. You
love to
could.
You can, but it wouldn't be scented or taste. It wouldn't have a.
You don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know what his wall tastes like. It
I
probably
guess I
tastes like
don't.
grandpa's chair.
Yeah, like that wall.
Yeah. Lick that wall.
I bid farewell to old New Jersey.
Hey, we got it. We got to knock off the singing.
That's also what we do every episode, is we repeat something for the
You're
entire thing.
like, that's actually what we do. Here.
Yeah, we
Hey, all
actually-
right. I
yeah.
apologize.
we
viewer.
sing and we
Dance.
or we repeat internet video for an hour.
Hey,
I've been
okay.
doing that a lot lately.
Nothing wrong with that, man. You guys are in the nascent period of your evolution here at the pod. You're figuring out, you're setting the parameters for what it's going to be. It's exciting to be on the ground floor of this new revolution.
We're excited to have you.
Glad to be here. You want to explain what happened to us in the courtship to get me on here?
Oh, yeah, sure. That could be good. So I asked Sam if he wanted to do
Don't
the
say
podcast.
that could be good. You just tell the story and then we'll make it good. Jesus Christ. You've been at the fucking right hand of one of the best podcasts in the world for what, like a year and a half now?
I'm not very good at podcasting. So.
You're good on there.
Oh, thanks, Sam.
I don't know about this. Yeah, tell him. Walk it
try our
back.
best. So me and Sam were together on Tuesday.
That's right.
We were recording this on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And when Sam was leaving, I still forget that I have a podcast as well.
Sure.
So
I
as
was
soon
so
as
happy
Sam
that
was-
I plugged it on. I plugged my podcast finally on Matt and Shane.
Yeah,
And I
true.
forgot to do it on KFC and on Taste Buds.
That's okay.
It's okay.
They'll find it.
I hope so.
So yeah,
You, as I
oh,
was
so
leaving.
I forget I have a podcast, and then me and Big Chrissy, especially lately because I've been traveling a lot, so we have to record when we can. Big Chrissy carried the load all by himself last week. A
It's like
valiant
he's
effort.
carrying the chode right now. Come on, chode bearing balls.
Gotta blur that.
What is your penis like?
My penis?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
I bet it's good.
good. It's all right.
I
For
bet it's
two
long
guys
and
that are
skinny.
friends, we've never seen each other's penises. What do you say we change that?
Folks, what do we think? Is today the
$8 Patreon level.
yeah.
Right in the comment section if you want to see Big
penis
Chrissy's
tier.
penis.
What if you guys did a Patreon tier where you do a bonus episode, but you're both nude from the waist down?
I think we
I think
talked
we've,
about
we've
that,
entertained
actually.
that idea.
Yeah.
We
Only
thought
one of you
about-
gets to be hard, though. You switch off every week.
True.
There's not enough air in this room to keep both you guys hard. You'd pass out.
It is
I bet
toasty.
you're one of those guys with that long, skinny dick.
Well, that's what I was guessing. I think it's either one or the other.
My grandpa used to call it cornfield dick. Because the boys he grew up with in Missouri and Kansas, they would like run around in the cornfield, but they didn't want to get their one pair of clothes covered in corn pollen. So they'd like run around nude in there. It was like a fun game, was to like run nude through a cornfield where you're getting thwacked from every angle by ears of corn. And he'd be like, that's one of those cornfield dicks, long and skinny. You can tell if they, what did he say once? He was like, if their second toe is longer than their big toe.
Oh, I've heard that one.
Yeah, they got a long, skinny dick.
Let's have a look.
Ova Tallent. God bless him. King of the
His
hobos.
name is Ova? Mm-hmm. Short for ovary?
No, but that's what literally everyone fucking says. Good work. Ova is a single ovum.
Is he a-
Ovum is a part of the female reproductive situation.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandpa grew up as a hobo during the Dust Bowl, and he would actually hop a train out to Philadelphia, which you guys are familiar with, and he would work in a textile factory as a child slave, and then hop a train back, drop off his check. His aunt, because his mom and dad died, would take all the money, and his little brothers would, eat fucking leather or whatever. They had to boil their belts, that kind of shit.
Whoa.
And you think it's so tough on you.
No, I don't.
What are you
I
laughing
know
at?
Philadelphia, but then you got into child workers, and I was like, I don't know that.
When was he kicking around?
He was born in 1926. So
Damn.
that whole period between like that and World War II, he was just beating the fucking rails.
Whoa. Was he, was he Mexican?
No, he married a Mexican woman very bravely in like 1950 because he was working on Highlands Ranch in Colorado where you're going. And Highlands Ranch, before it was like a very wealthy destination for, women who love pills and wine. It was an actual working ranch, and my grandpa worked there as a cowboy, and my grandma worked there in the kitchen, and they met at a dance in Castle Rock, Colorado, and they fell in love, and they got married. And that was before it was cool to bang interracial chicks. My grandpa fucking crawled so you could come.
He was a hipster.
He was a
I did
hipster,
it
yeah.
before you guys were cool.
Yeah,
before it was cool.
Mexican pussy before it was cool.
Say Mexican pussy about my beautiful grandmother. Gee
Yeah.
whiz.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
Sean.
God,
I hope you can
Sean.
forgive
Yeah.
I will forgive you, but I won't forget.
That's funny you mentioned that because my grandparents always said they met being cowboy and cowgirl, but I didn't get into the story because they were gone when I was little.
Brutal. You didn't have
Yeah.
grandparents?
Well, I did.
Is that why you become your own grandfather?
That's why you're a man of constant sorrow.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, my grandpa and my grandma apparently rode horses in the rodeo. My grandpa's name was Robert. My grandma, Roberta.
Whoa, meant to be.
Bobby
That was
and Bobby
back in the
Jean.
day when that's all you needed to get married for 70 years with similar names. That'll do.
They were married for a long time.
Hell yeah.
And diabetes took her.
I plan on being married my entire life. I have no intent to ever do anything to lose my wife's love.
That's the way to be, I think.
I live very, very much in a way, and I goof and I biff here and there, but I'll never do anything to jeopardize her trust of me.
I think that's the right
very
thing to do,
nice.
Sam.
I love that.
Yeah.
I hope to be the same way, but I don't know if I'm ready.
You're not ready,
No.
dude. You're 24. You're
25.
25. You're getting better at stand up, getting more road work. Now's not the time to tie down, bro.
Mm.
All right. Same goes for you. You were on the road this weekend.
Yep. It's in D.C. and Bethesda, Maryland.
Very good.
Two very nice places. If you're listening, I enjoyed it. I had a great time.
Yeah. All right.
I'm glad.
I thought that would fill 5 minutes.
How are the shows, Big C?
Yeah.
Where
They
were
were
the
good.
shows at?
The one was at just a tavern on the main, seemed like the main strip in DC. It was like where like all the college kids were hanging
where all
out.
the
and-
politicians fuck their children.
well, there was a group of girls. It was like one of them was like, "It's my bachelorette party. I'm getting." They had like it was like spring breakers. Like they had like pink wigs on and like. So that was fun
Did
to
you see Pete
observe.
Buttigieg?
No, I did not see Pete
Did you
Buttigieg,
see
but I was
Amy
looking for
Coney
him.
Barrett?
I was looking for them
Was
both.
that her name?
I was like, I'm looking for Pete Buttigieg and Amy Coney Barrett.
You see Lauren Boebert?
Did not see Lauren Boebert.
She's ours in Colorado.
But it was fun. The shows were good.
She's no good.
Lauren Boebert.
Lauren Boebert's one of those. She wants to like turn she wants to turn America back to its troglodytic past. You know,
Oh.
she wants to like outlaw toothpaste. You know,
I think my mom said she liked
Get behind
she
that.
liked Lauren Boebert, and I think I was like, I don't know. You
Lauren
don't know.
Boebert was
you
a
don't know
lady
what you're talking
who
about.
worked at an open carry restaurant in Grand Junction, Colorado, which is effectively Utah. And she got like elected because she had nice Hooters. She's
Lauren
like a Sarah
Boebert.
Palin. Yeah, Boebert. Yeah, no one's made that fucking joke before.
I'm killing him today.
Christ.
Ovary, Boobert. Oh, well.
You're doing good. I'm just blasting you a little bit.
No, I
Speaking
understand.
of speaking of Boobert, in Bethesda, there was a lady who might have been the most beautiful lady I've ever seen.
Ay, ay, ay.
She had red hair. She was
Length of hair. What are we talking?
down all the way down her back.
Shoulder length. Oh,
No.
all the way down.
Yeah, she was just kind of walking around like, "Hi." And I was like, "Hi, you're funny. You're cool." Like I was like, "Hey."
That's my favorite thing you do when you see a pretty lady. Big Chrissy would go, "Man, she seems smart."
That's my mean joke. But with the lady in Bethesda, I was like,
thought she was actually
you do
smart.
comedy? You should go up there and try some too.
You can do it. It's easy.
I fall for ladies, but she was truly like a heaven sent angel, and I will miss her eternally.
Did you talk to her at all, or did you just
I
stare at her?
did. I kind of try. Yeah, I was like, hey, did you see this show?
Yeah.
Did you see the show? It was all about me.
It was. yeah.
I was the star up there.
I was
Yeah.
the star
Did you
of the
notice?
show.
No, but yeah, Bethesda
bright
and
lights,
DC.
did
I
that
had a
impress
great
you?
time. They were great.
You know,
it was a great
when
little
you
towns.
was the hot chick in Bethesda?
Bethesda, yeah.
So when you're doing, is it like a side of the highway type of bar?
It had like a showroom. There were probably about like 100 people in this like
Wow.
upstairs room at this bar, but it was
That's awesome.
It was
Yeah.
fun. It was really fun.
You know, when you're on the road as a young man, you are officially a celebrity for that 4 hours to these people that you're fleecing for the $100 or whatever. So yeah, you got to just kind of like let it swing.
You got to molest all the girls you can.
Well, maybe not molest. Maybe, ask for consent.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when I was starting
May I
up,
molest you, please?
hey, I'm feeling like honking you. Is that all right? Can I weigh your boobs? My hands are calibrated. My dad's an engineer. My mom's a nurse.
His mom is
all
a nurse.
true. Yeah, I told him.
I
that.
know.
okay.
I caught up with him outside. He thought we were just getting to know each other. I wanted ammunition.
he was loading up.
I was, yeah. I was assessing you.
But yeah, no, she was a very beautiful lady,
That rules.
Sounds nice.
and I was
Sounds
fumbling my words at every moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. It was probably endearing.
No.
Did you get her Instagram?
No.
Did
I
you
didn't.
get her Snapchat?
No.
You get her TikTok? You get her LinkedIn?
Your
Email?
Facebook? No, I did not.
Facebook?
I know.
That's what I do. That's what I turn
Chrissy
into
likes- yeah,
when I talk
because
to
he-
girls.
yeah.
I start trying to be silly. I make faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can hear me. But yeah,
I'd like to engage with you online. Hello. My friends call me Big Chrissy. Does that get you wet? Do people both make me sound big and little at the same time?
it's kind of It's
I was with
a phenomenon.
I was hanging out with my friend Megan Shehay one time, and there was this lady with massive cans. And I was talking to her, and Shehay came up and was like, "Hey, what are you guys talking about?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing." And the lady with the huge cans walked away. And I was like, she's fucking cool. She's pretty smart. And she's like, yeah, she's so smart, she's going to need a fucking smart reduction. It's like, damn, Shehay, you saw right through it.
Legend.
Mm-hmm. No, you would. Ooh, Shehay's fun and pretty.
Really?
You would have a nice time with her.
No, I wouldn't. I'm spoken for.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
What's going on? You got a
I'm gonna get
lady?
married to my Muslim girlfriend.
Muslim.
Mhm.
That was a tough time for her because she can't eat any of your cum in the daytime. Right? She's fasting.
Yeah, she's fasted.
And when that sun comes down, you're like, hey, have a fig.
You thirsty?
Yeah, you put a fig on the tip of your dick. Like, time to break fast.
Yeah, she's good though.
Is she actually a
Yeah.
card-carrying member?
She's like a hip young Muslim, where she identifies with the faith and she takes certain things from it, but certain things she.
Does she wear the gear?
No, I wish.
Yeah, because then you could pull it off and yell, wave check.
Yeah, she's like Drake. She's like Drake under there.
It's one of my favorite jokes.
Yeah, I wish she wore the hijab.
Yeah.
I wish she didn't know how to read. I wish she couldn't drive.
Yeah, you wish you owned her like chattel slavery. Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, but let's get back to this. So I asked Sam to do the podcast in real life,
Mm-hmm.
IRL.
And I forgot because I did like 3 or 4 pods a day for the
You've
last
been doing
3
too
days.
many. Yeah, that's
I know.
why I felt kind of guilty to ask you to do this.
No, I'm glad to come on down. What? I
Do the
am.
Kubrick stare.
Yeah,
into
that
the
was the
camera.
moment with the audience.
Oh, yeah.
But
You're a proxy for the viewer. Mm-hmm. And then I said, sure, that sounds cool. And then what happened?
and then I messaged Sam, "How's 12 on Thursday?"
Okay.
Sam never answered me
Mm-hmm.
for 2 days.
Because I have you in the, you know how they priority in general?
I'm in the general.
I have bitch maids as well.
A new section.
Yeah.
New section just dropped.
Yeah.
Bitch tier.
And then you
Pussy
sent me a emoji made of words and symbol or letters and symbols that I didn't know what it
I
meant.
sent him a broken heart.
A broken heart emoji.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, man, heart to
Honestly,
you as well.
I only sent that to you because Big Chrissy told me to.
Oh.
No, I didn't know. No.
Well, I didn't know what it meant. I thought it was like I thought it was an arrow through a heart.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like, hey, man, heart to you as well. And then you said, thank you, Sam, which now I know was just you being even more of a pissy little dickhead. And then I was like, wait, are we just like saying nice things
Thank
to each
you.
other or
Thank you,
what's going
Sam.
on? And you were like, I asked you to do my podcast and you didn't say anything. And I was like, oh, of course. I just didn't see the message. I saw the heart one.
Thank you, Sam is nuts.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Well, he sent me a heart back, so I said, thank you, Sam.
But I just
What would have you said? What would you have said?
I would have.
You would have been like, hey, you don't want to do my pad?
Yeah, I would have done a weird voice.
Come on and
I
do
would have
my
sent a voice
podcast.
memo.
Yeah, I was sassy to Sam because he didn't answer my memo.
That's okay. I didn't see the first one.
I know.
That's all. And now here we are.
It happens. Now
we're
we're
here.
making history.
We are. We're about to blow up the internet. Because we're going to put your dick inside of
Hashtag
his.
break the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would break the. That would be a little nuts.
You know what'd
If
be
our
funny?
dicks went inside one another.
If you got, like Steve Martin would wear like the arrow like on his head.
Yeah,
It looked like it was
yeah.
coming out one side.
Yeah.
But if you had one that was like a dick coming out of this ear, like a fake dick,
Mhm.
and then you got your
Into-
hard dick and put it in the other ear, it would look like you were lobotomizing him with your hog.
True.
So you're welcome. When they do this in about a year and a half and they think it was theirs, you know where it came from.
Yeah, true.
Steve Martin's like they took my idea and really
Yeah.
ran with it.
It'd be so funny for Steve Martin to weigh in on modern day podcasting.
Yeah.
God, he'd be horrified to know what's going on.
No, I think you'd like this.
I
Maybe
enjoy it.
this, yes.
Steve Martin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shop Girl. Shop Girl was just over there.
Yes, it was, because your learned roommate, Shane,
Yeah.
likes literature.
Shane,
You guys
comment. We're talking about how much you read.
I like this Thomas McGuane novel you have over here.
Oh yeah, 92 in the Shade.
My gift from Big Chrissy that I never read.
Oh, no,
Oh.
that's the fishing book.
Yeah. McGuane is good.
Yeah, he's an interesting
Thank
guy.
you, Shane.
He was like a Hollywood guy for a little too. He wrote like scripts. Thomas McGuane.
I'd like to read it. Maybe I'll read it on the plane this week.
No, you're not.
Nah, no, I never
You're,
do.
you're going to wake up.
You know how many times that thing's been in my backpack and I've never read it?
Bro, that's brutal. I carried a book to like 4 continents last year.
Which book?
Your book needs a passport.
What book was that? Oh, it was Stoner by John Williams, which everyone says you should read. And it's not about a guy who burns it down. It's about a lecherous professor, but it's in everyone's like top 50. I read a couple other of his books, Butcher's Crossing. I gave Chris O'Connor one of his novellas, and I was like, I'm finally going to read Stoner.
I remember you guys were talking about David Foster Wallace in high school. It was
You were
like,
eavesdropping on that?
I listen. I like books.
Wow. God. There's nothing sacred.
But in my senior year of high school, our teacher showed us an inspirational video that was like David Foster Wallace talking about like
How to tie
life.
a do-rag.
Well, he was talking about
How to
life.
clean your Jordans with David.
He was talking about life and like happiness, and then I raised my hand and I was like, didn't this guy like commit suicide?"
Yeah.
And then the bell rang.
That's a bit of a cliffhanger, everybody.
little thud to end senior year.
Next
Yeah.
class. Oh, that was the end of senior year?
That was one of the last
That
classes.
was the last day of
I
school.
kind of
Damn.
I really broke the happiness.
He was a weird guy who lived in Shane. Was it Illinois?
I think Illinois.
He lived in Illinois and taught at like I think Illinois University.
Yeah.
And he just started wearing a bandana and looking
Yeah.
like a land pirate
Yeah.
for a while. And everyone's like, well, I guess he's a genius.
Well, I guess he's the best writer
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. So he can dress like a calypso guy.
Yeah.
The bandana on a white guy is an insane move. If you're not a
Yeah.
biker or like running some kind of like copper wire farm, you're not allowed to wear a fucking bandana.
Yeah, I never have.
Not even if you wrote Infinite Jest, David.
And, I'm not, and if you want to wear one around as like a sweatband, that's fine.
Yeah.
But when you're pulling it all the way back
Yeah,
and going
tying-
full, yar me mateys, that shit's insane.
Yeah.
You ever done that?
No.
Never?
David Jack Sparrow, Foster Wallace.
Yeah.
This might be the move for you.
For me.
You could,
Yeah.
yeah. You would look cool, Big
With a
Chrissy.
bandana?
I used to wear it as a mask in the beginning
My
stages
lo-
of
Me
COVID.
too, yeah. That was a
wear,
fun move.
grow out my luscious red hair and then put a bandana on.
You do
That'd
have
be-
classically red hair.
Do red hair, yeah.
That's rare.
Someone
these days.
someone described me recently as a guy like I look like a white guy from like the 50s,
You do.
and I was like,
Yes, you do.
I don't know if is that good. Am I like just
Wow. That was so on point. Yes, you do. You look like a state-issued white
like
guy.
yeah, like not
Yeah.
a modern. I'm not from modern times.
No.
Born in the wrong generation, dude.
You look like your girlfriend's got a poodle skirt. Her name is like Myrtle.
Dolly.
Yeah.
Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly.
Me and
Uh-huh.
Dolly walk around the big city.
You buy her a Coke float every now and again, and then she lets you like touch her boob in the back of her dad's car, and then goes home and cries because of the
Promise
guilt.
ring.
I'm like George McFly.
You're like
True.
You're like Gorge McFly. He's so hungry.
Big
Gorge-
boy.
gorgeous
George
yourself.
McFly.
I was hoping you were gonna be a big fat guy. And no, you're just like a round-faced, tall young man,
Yeah, I mean, brown face is good. I do-
ruddy-cheeked.
Ruddy, yes, yes. A ruddy-cheeked 50s conservative guy.
I like a guy whose face is the same color as his paddled ass.
Yes. Both cheeks are the same.
And don't I know about my paddled ass?
Oh yeah,
Red
red
cheeked.
red ass.
Red wine.
Red ass.
Oh.
Who were you? Were you opening this weekend or what?
I was, I guess, technically featuring for a comic, Brett Raybould.
Brett,
If you know
Raybould.
Brett.
Beast.
Shout out to Brett. He was
I don't know Brett, but Big Chrissy's a beast.
he's a good Brett is a good guy and a great comic. And
Nice.
it was fun. It was really fun.
Great comic.
He's a good guy.
He's up there with like Pryor, Chris Rock. Great. I don't know this guy. I'm sure he's a fine comedian, but that's a bit hyperbolic to say the word great
He's
before.
amazing.
They were good shows. He had some good bits. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and again, I don't know this guy. I'm sure he's lovely. I'm glad he's giving you the shot, but People get so hyperbolic with their descriptors these days.
I didn't mean to. I understand that. I didn't mean to be hyperbolic.
As a great comic, I know when yeah. People say awesome all the
He
time.
he's truly one of the comics of our time.
Yeah.
Yes,
He was a voice in the void.
I do feel the hyperbolic. I understand that. I didn't mean to. I never mean to be that.
No, it's okay. It's just young people
You made a damn fool of yourself.
I
in front of
suck.
Sam
You're
Tallent.
showing your
fucking
ass over
blow.
here. My little cousin Henry, he's y'all's age, and he's always been like, "This is like the fucking best song ever." And you're like, "Henry, shut the fuck up. You don't know shit about ass, all right? I know your dad liked Live a lot, the band Live, but don't weigh in."
It's band live. I don't know the band live.
Live was crazy, man. I'm 35, and Live had a moment where they could have been the biggest band in America. They were massive. One album was
what genre?
huge, kind of like that, kind of like a harder REM.
Okay.
REM was a band.
Yeah, I know REM. I
yeah,
like
yeah.
REM actually.
Yeah. So they were kind of like a
also
like a
called
raspy
Sleep.
throated, like a kind of like the progenitor of the Days of the New, the Creed thing, but they were like with it, and then just totally mismanaged, and they fell off the earth. But they had a shot. Like they're one of the few opportunities where they had a fucking shot.
I think I might have heard this tale recently.
Yeah, I think they just talked about it in Rolling Stone. But my uncle was on this early because he was like the biggest Live head. This is not applicable to any of your listeners.
Well, I
it's,
mean,
it's interesting.
we
I
don't
like,
have it.
I like music, so I don't know that I've ever heard of live.
Who are your guys?
I
Mark
like I
Maron.
said, who are your guys? I gotta feed my cat.
Do you guys listen to Marin?
I
think
kind of
Chrissy
do
does,
sometimes
yeah.
if there's a person on it that I like.
Didn't you do it?
I did Marin, yeah.
What was
Very
that like?
grateful. It was cool. I drove out during pandemic, came home with COVID because I ate at
him?
Arby's twice in Bakerfield, California.
How was Marin?
Marin was very nice to me, and I was nervous, but he was very sweet. But it is fun to listen to him because he'll do like a code switch thing. He'll have a Jewish guy on, and he'll be like, "So, it's like growing up in New Jersey, you know?"
Never
Yeah.
And
sure.
then he'll have like a black guy on, and he'll be like, "Yeah, man, that really jives with my cut," you know?
It's a cool cat.
Yeah, exactly.
You're from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. There's like
He's
a
actually-
Jersey thing. He talks about like that. Yeah, I've heard enough to kind of get that sense.
He's
Yeah,
actually from New Mexico, Mark. I know where you're from. I've seen your
Yeah.
house.
yeah.
Wait, who is Mark Maron's from New Mexico?
Well,
Up
I
in New
think
Mexico,
was he?
Albuquerque,
But he was
the
born
Duke
in.
City.
Damn
I think he's
alien.
born in Jersey, but then moved.
I think that's
But-
fair.
But yeah, but he has a Jersey. Like he'll talk to people about like. Yeah, Jersey. I know Jersey. There's like a Jersey thing. Kind of.
I don't like that.
I think that's the best impression I've ever heard.
No, I like the
Of Maron?
impression.
yeah.
I like the impression. I don't like people liking New Jersey. yeah.
Stamps.com.
Do you know where Chatham, New Jersey is?
Yeah, I have friends from there.
Dude, I hung out in Chatham for a week one time.
What were you doing there?
My friend Grant lived there, and he went to college when I lived in Ithaca. We went out there and stayed for a week in Chatham.
Chatham's very
It's
nice.
very nice, very
Small.
Tony neighborhood.
Mhm.
Yes.
What's that mean?
Well-heeled, opulent, secret
Oh.
wealth.
Yeah.
It's a shitty way. If you say Tony, you're being snide about how someone's secretly rich.
Okay.
It's very Tony neighborhood.
I like how it took Sam four
Very.
adjectives to get me to understand, four synonyms rather to get me to understand what
Yeah,
you
it
were
says,
saying.
says the man who shouldn't. Don't use hyperbole, and then I just become the most pretentious man alive. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Very
friend Danny
Tony.
Ryan's from Chatham.
Hey, Danny, that chicken spot in Chatham is legit, dog.
Danny's the best.
And those girls are dealing with something because they give it up easy. Yum yum. Yeah, there you go. That's how it looks.
Pussy eating.
I will not be doing one of those sounds or
Eat
noises.
some pussy, dude.
You don't eat pussy? You are from the 50s. You're like, oh, when I eat pussy, I can't tell which one's my face and which one is the pussy. They're the same color.
Pussy face.
I would never say that about you, Chris.
Hosted by Sean Gardini and old Pussy Face. Huh?
Yeah,
He
big
just has
pussy.
like, he's a florid red face over here.
I do, yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
very-
carnal.
Are you hot? Do you want me to open a
No,
window?
no, I'm good. This is just it's really just what I look like.
Yeah.
No, you're sexy as hell.
It's healthy, though. It lets them know that the blood is flowing.
Lets me know,
coursing.
lets
Yeah.
me know that I'm winded.
No,
You're
let's them know
tired.
that you're packed with just life-giving juices.
All
That's
right.
good.
That's what I'm going to say to people now.
You should.
Sam Tallent told me that I have some life on my face.
They'll be like, "Who's
Some
that?"
juices. The juice, yeah.
I am a man. Oh, so did I tell you about how the guy called me a I have to bleep that out. On stage at New Haven.
No,
He screamed it at me from the balcony.
Whoa.
was this
It was
like
so
as you were
jarring.
like during your like how did it happen? Was it prompted or was it just
No, whenever I would pause, he'd be like, "Fuck you."
Wow.
And it was. I found out after they kicked him out that it was a man by himself, like blacked out in the balcony of
yeah.
a theater show,
It always is.
screaming obscenities at every pause that I would make.
It's
And
funny.
one was a. He
Come
said
on.
at me. I want me to bleep it so it won't.
You've said it 3 times now.
I know.
No,
but
I'm gonna bleep
Oh,
it.
so yeah. Sorry,
You're
Big
gonna-
Chrissy.
Chrissy's right here.
Yeah, sorry, Big Chrissy. I'll take a timestamp for you.
He's just making more fucking work for you.
Yeah.
He's out gadabouting.
Yeah.
Opening up for Wild and Out Live or whatever. Who were you opening for?
My friend Noel Miller.
Oh, okay. I don't know. He's
Funny
a Philly guy?
No. He's a Los Angeles guy.
Nice.
I just met him when I was on the road with O'Connor,
Mm-hmm.
and his manager is a Philly guy. So he was aware of me and Chris. We hung out. Then he had to open her bail in Baltimore, asked me to do that. And then he was like, I'm touring the nation in a couple months. Do you want to come do that? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's awesome.
It's very cool.
It's that easy, guys. See? that's how it works. Classic showbiz tale. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was fun. But yeah, besides the obscenities that were hurled at me from the abyss.
Yeah, that's no fun. Yeah, from the abyss.
I was just so taken. Well,
Did you engage with it? Like, did you
Yeah.
talk-
What was I supposed to do?
Take it.
So put in my fingers in
Did
my
you
ears
go,
and go,
"Hey!"
no, I'm not, no,
Hey, that's not nice.
Knock it off.
Did I hear the F
just
word
said
from
a-
up there in the balcony?
Did you drop the
No, you heard.
Did you just say
beep.
the F slur? The F slur?
Hey,
How dare you? I said, someone kill that man right now before he hurts somebody else.
Have him dealt with. Philly style. Give him the Chatham smile.
The Chatham smile.
What
yeah, so
is that the worst heckle you've ever received?
No, I get bad ones. Well, I tend to sometimes I'll cause trouble when I don't have much to say and it's a small crowd and
what do you do? What do
You
you mean
raising
cause
hell?
trouble?
yeah, just raise hell.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like the other day, did I tell you about the Hispanic lady? And I was like, I didn't do most of my jokes. I tried to close on that joke, or I like say I'm retarded at the end. But I already said I was retarded a few times in the set.
Buried the
So
lead.
she saw the
Like we know.
yeah, she saw it coming, so she kind of just yelled out the punchline at me.
Oh,
And I sat there and just stared at the floor for like 10 seconds.
Ooh.
And then said,
where was this?
I hope you get fucking deported, and put the microphone in the stand and left.
The nuclear option.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went nuclear.
I rage quit. I rage
Yeah.
quit the stand-up comedy set.
Yeah, you gassed the chamber.
I should have
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, projectile assault
They
like
laughed
John
at
Wick.
it, though, which was surprising to me. I thought I was going
That's
to
surprising
kill
based on the
myself.
shows you do.
It was at the stand.
Oh, the
Yeah.
stand.
yeah.
Yeah, you know his show?
You never did my show.
No, I did. I'm just
I would
being
like if you
nasty.
did.
I would as well.
You're out of town.
Yeah, I come here once a year and
Maybe
it's
next.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I got heckled once with enough.
Enough is bad. Yeah.
Enough is hurtful.
How far were you along?
I had a residency on the Las Vegas Strip when I moved there at Planet Hollywood. And it was my job to go up.
Is this true?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. I lived in Vegas for 2 years, the first 2 years of my wife's med school. And she was like broadening horizons, learning how to save lives. And then meanwhile, I would just go to the Strip and fucking bomb every night while wearing a bolo tie.
Nice.
And it was my job. I would do 20 up front and then bring out like a circus type thing. Like a lady who would like shoot a bow and arrow with her feet was one. And then like Tanya the tattooed lady.
Which casino was it?
This was Planet Hollywood.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Mhm. And then I had to come back out and do like 20 more minutes, then bring on another circus act. And
Whoa.
Yeah. And I remember like the first, like 12 minutes into my 20 up top, this guy was like, "Excuse me." And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "You are ruining my wife's birthday." And I was like, what? And the fucking spotlight went down to a woman who was just crying into her hands. And I was like, well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but everyone else is having fun, right? Silence. Complete silence. Only one laughing was the sound guy. And then I like tried to recover. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to leave. You'll love the next act. And the guy was like, thank you. And then I brought out, I think, the tattooed lady. And then I went back on stage. And as soon as I walked back out there to do 20 more minutes, he was like, enough. I was like, what? And he's like, you promised no more of
Have
you.
mercy.
You
on
promised
us.
no more of you. So I like tried to recover and did 8 of that second 20. And I was like, all right, I like just admitted defeat. And I was like, all right, well, you hate me, but you're going to love this next performer. She's been on the Letterman show. She shot like a bow and arrow with her feet. And I was like, let's hear it for Crystal Bridges or whatever her fucking name was. And I just stood there because she was a Vegas showbiz girl. So she knew that she had exact this amount of time. So I just had to stand there for like, as she was like putting on her fucking eyelashes and like rosining her bow. She'll be right here, everyone. It was the worst I've ever felt doing stand up. Yeah, I fucking ate shit so hard that night. And then came back the next day and did it all over again. He was Latvian.
Yeah. He sounded Latvian.
He was Latvian. He was, yeah.
I mean, the enough is tough, but it's weird. It must have been weird to do stand up and then to get like a excuse me, like right in the middle.
The question.
Yeah,
that was rough.
That's weird.
And then throwing it to the crowd, expecting them to vindicate me, and them not having my back. And then you promised no more of you in an Eastern European accent.
You lied to us.
Yeah, exactly. That was a bad one.
You're ruining my wife's birthday.
You're ruining my wife's birthday. And then she was just crying, like sobbing. It really was fucked, man.
What were you doing? That was so...
My act at the time. Because I would go and like try and do like I don't want to say, I wasn't reinventing the wheel, but I would try and do a version of comedy that people in Las Vegas don't value. Because if you go to a show on the Strip and it's not like Carrot Top or Jeff Dunham, you won free tickets, your money's gone, you're not a creative person because you've already gone to vacation in Vegas, and now you're at this show you were tricked into, so now you're not creative and you're stupid. And it's me coming up there and trying to do like, hey, you guys like catchphrase comedy? Fuck my big old ass. And like back then I was like much more of like trying to do like silly, irreverent, I was learning. I was still learning. And it was Vegas Strip. And I bombed for fucking 3 weeks straight. And then they were like, hey, so your residency's up. And I was like, do you want me to come back? And they're like, we're going to go with another option. And then this guy, Alex, nice guy, but his stage name is Kool-Aid, replaced me. He's just like a big fat guy from Texas.
What color was he, if you don't mind me asking?
He was a white guy.
Oh, okay.
Florid, like old Chrissy over here. Very pink.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good dude. We just do different comedy. I laugh at his comedy.
He was lemonade flavored, cool, pink lemonade, Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, no, he was fucking Starburst cherry.
Yeah,
yeah, but fuck, I got replaced by Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
That was a tough one to explain to my wife. Like, hey, that gig's up. Kool-Aid took it. But again, not Kool-Aid's funny. You should watch Kool-Aid.
Yeah, check out Kool-Aid. That makes me feel better about being called a. No, I'm not gonna say it again. But
yeah, you got slurred at.
Yeah.
From the balcony.
Yeah, that's a little bit. That's way easier to deal with, especially when they say a slur, because then you could just go, "Man, get a load of this guy, isn't he a piece of work?" And they all go,
"I know you are, but what am I?"
Yeah, true. Sticks and stones may break my bones.
Tim Dillon in Dublin, we did a show, and it was the best show we ever did. And the second show, they had like 90 minutes to drink, and then an intermission after me where they drank more. And Tim walked on stage, and right away, this lady was like, "Fuck the Protestants." And then a bunch of guys were like, "Get that bitch out of here. We're going to fucking kill you. You Finian scum.
Oh my
you
God.
Catholic slut. We're going to kill you." And Tim was just like literally 12 seconds into his hour, just like in just fucking IRA bloodbath.
Yeah, he just had a culture war.
Yeah, culture war.
Dude, yeah. A schism. Fuck the Protestants.
Oh no,
It was awesome.
Talk about that's nuclear bomb right there.
For sure,
that's
dude.
way worse. Than,
That's-
being called a homosexual.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those shows where Tim
Inciting violence.
he hit 45 minutes, and in the middle of like a word, he was like, "That's enough," and just walked off.
Nice.
Like he did his contractually obligated time. And I was like, dude, and he's like, "We have to go. We must leave. Why wouldn't we leave? That's good."
That must have been a pleasure.
He's the best, dude. Tour in
seems
the
like
world
the
with
best.
Tim was the fucking shit. He's got great taste.
I'm sure.
A lot of people couldn't
got a
navigate that
zillion
fuck the
dollars.
Protestant situation,
Oh no,
but he did it
I would have
admirably.
I would have just called him a fag.
Tim can say it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Tim.
Me too. Yeah. I really value his friendship. It's cool to be that close to someone who's on the cutting edge of broadcasting, you know? He like helped reinvent the whole idea of podcasting and shit.
Right. Well, that's
He's
what.
the man. I know. I feel like I'm learning from you guys as well.
Just kidding. JK. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know if I have any other stories, guys. Good thing we have a whole nother hour.
I
You guys
watched.
do a separate one as well.
We do, but you don't have to stay.
All right.
I know you're busy.
I go
Um,
to Tommy's.
I watched the. I don't know how much. I watched the movie Christine. You ever see Christine?
The Stephen King.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching Stephen King movies. I watched that, and I watched 1408. That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Underrated movie.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen either.
They're solid.
Christine sucks compared to 1408.
Christine kind of is not that
It's
good.
very campy. It's about a haunted car.
But there's
Oh,
a
I
part.
see.
There's a part where it's funny to see because it's an older movie, so they use like all this old lingo that you don't really like. They call someone queer at one point,
Mhm.
but in a way where it means like, yeah, he's kind of queer, like
Yeah.
kind of weird
Instead of
guy,
you're a hero.
right? Instead of yeah. Well, now it just means like
It means you're under 28 is what it means. Like you guys are both queer and it's totally cool.
yeah. But it was back then. It was like, yeah, he's a little queer, and you
Yeah.
hear it and you're
Like
like,
an
this is
oddball.
such an this
Yeah.
is so weird.
A goofy.
But Christine,
Yeah.
He a goofy.
Yep.
I like they don't make I mean I like that there is a movie about a killer car. It's just like a fun premise, you know.
He also
Yeah.
had a movie called Maximum Overdrive about a killer truck.
Yes, I've never seen that.
Killer big rig.
I heard though that
really
I think
covered
he,
everything.
He did,
I think
yeah.
he directed that, and I heard that he was like
I
on drugs the whole like it was like this messy. Apparently, it was not a very good movie, but I would
Well,
like
isn't
to
he
watch
a
it.
drug man? Isn't that kind
Well,
of his essence?
apparently, yeah. I think he doesn't
Who directed
remember.
Maximum Overdrive. Go ahead. I'm not interrupting.
Oh no, I think.
Directed by Stephen King. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think he had so much power then
Next
because
we're gonna do
every
a plane.
book and every film was like a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So then they were like, give him the. But he apparently
Give
he
him all the
doesn't
cocaine
remember.
he wants.
He doesn't remember writing Cujo because
Or
he was
It.
so or it. Wow,
Which is a pretty.
that's a hefty book
it's
too.
fucking tome.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think that's his way out of not like talking about the ending of it when they all gangbang that girl in the sewer.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
They
Yeah,
didn't put it in the movie.
yeah. The
Oh,
moment
really?
they
No,
left
I'm
out.
saying that's my impression of Stephen King.
Oh, that's good.
Explaining it,
You
yeah.
have to do it in a Maine accent. I don't remember that.
I was just in Maine too.
Yeah.
I've never been there before.
Yep.
It was pretty.
Yeah, dude. Stephen King like wrote like all those bangers.
Yeah, great stories. 1408 is a great story.
He's written a
It's,
bunch of great books.
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
The Stand is fucking shit. Like it's so cool when it opens up and it's the apocalypse, and then it's like 200 pages of like just small town bureaucracy as they try and get a city council going. It's like, how are you going to go from this like life or death situation to like, we need a sewer committee? you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's all sewers with it.
Well, 1408 took me back. Like it surprised me because
It's mine.
at first you think it's like this creepy ghost kind of story, but then it's like a sad. Ends up being kind of a drama a little bit about a guy whose daughter died, and
Hmm.
it's a good story, but kind of a bummer.
His son's also a hell of a writer, Joe Hill.
Joe Hill.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't read.
He also did a book about a haunted car that's actually a vampire.
Whoa.
It's called Nosferatu, but it's like the spelling.
A vampire car?
It's a vampire car.
It's
and
not
that's
like nitrous oxide.
like NOS4 because it's the license plate. It's
Oh,
how
I
it's
see, I
spelled.
see.
It's a vanity plate. Yeah.
Wonder if he was on drugs too. Just like
don't
fucking
know.
nose 4.
Yeah. I mean, I read that like on an airplane once and was like, this is a banger.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a silly
That
little
sounds
book.
cool.
Yeah.
But sometimes with horror movies, I kind of want to watch like a silly thing, you know, like someone's head get cut off. But then I was watching 1408, and I was like, oh, it's like the ghost is like trauma,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of like, I kind of wanted to like a goofy, like creepy hotel room movie, you know.
Yeah.
But then it got like sad. And I
So
was
you
like,
wanted a completely different movie.
Well, no.
You know, this
No, I
movie's
enjoyed
pretty
the movie.
good, but I wish it was different
I
in
enjoyed
every
the movie.
way.
It surprised me. It just
I
surprised
like
me.
it a lot, but I just wish everything was different.
No, it surprised me. I liked
No, I
it. I
understand.
wasn't
I'm just
expecting that level of depth, you know, because
Uh-huh.
sometimes with horror, you're just like, I just want to see someone's head get cut off,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, The Shining is insane.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Kubrick.
Stanley.
Stanley.
Mm-hmm. I look like him.
Oh, that's right.
You kind of do.
I know. I don't like that.
Why
People
not?
post that once a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kubrick.
Favorite scary movie.
Oh, I see. I'm not. I've never been a big scary movie guy until recently. I'll
Probably
stomach them, but
The Thing. Like
The
go
Thing. I have seen that.
John
John
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
Go The Thing.
If I were a carpenter.
But sometimes I love the movie Seven, but that's not really horror.
I haven't seen that.
It's a psychological thriller.
Actually, it's a psychological thriller.
No. I mean, it's Seven is fucked.
It's fucked. That's
It
like a
seems
bleak.
scary.
That's
It's
like
scary
a
as hell.
Stills
nihilism
from
movie. Like it's like an evil movie.
Yeah, that gets in there and rattles your cage for sure.
And I know he's out now. He's not favorable, but
Who?
Kevin Spacey rips it in that movie.
He sure does.
Comes in hot.
What
Yep.
did he do?
Bunch of
What
guys
did
who
he-
look like you 7 years ago.
Whatever happened to that guy, Kevin
Yeah,
Spacey?
whatever happened to
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't want him on my ass.
True.
No.
You did that?
Oh my God.
Get it? He molested them.
This is why we play the games, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta set up the dog.
Seven is great. And then the same guy who did that.
I only asked for one, Chrissy.
Yeah, that's it.
This is me.
He
It really
loves
is though.
movies,
Once
yeah.
you tap into me,
Thank God you do, because we would have nothing to talk about if you didn't.
only
I'm sure we could scrounge
20-year-old
up some
movies.
stories.
Seven's a great call. Zodiac's a good movie.
That was what I was gonna say. Zodiac. That's
Yep.
another great one.
Yeah. It's the co-host of my pod, Nathan Lund, loves Zodiac. He's seen it like a million times.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too. I love that one.
Yep.
There's a great scene where Jake Gyllenhaal comes into like the office and there's an old guy like selling like coffee and stuff, and he's like, "Hey, does it bother you that people call you Shorty?" And then the old man goes, "Does it bother you that people call you retard?"
Yeah.
And then Jake Gyllenhaal goes to Robert Downey Jr. and he's like, "Hey, do people like call me names around here?"
Yeah.
And then RDJ goes, "What, like retard?"
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah." And then Robert Downey Jr. goes, "No." Just a great. That's
Yeah,
a
it looks
very
good.
secretly kind of witty movie, even though it's about the killer.
Yeah.
It's a great little.
I don't know if it's secretly witty. I think it wears that on its sleeve.
No, I know. But it's people think of it as like the killer movie, but
Yeah.
but they're good characters.
It's a great movie. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like that Son of Sam movie that Spike Lee made. That was another good one like that.
Yeah.
They were just a really fucking scary movie that came out. I think it was like the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Which one?
Women talking.
Oh,
Thank you, Shane.
yes. That was
That was
true,
fucked,
true
man.
psychological horror.
God, I know. It's both hot and cold in here somehow. Oh no, your mimosa's weak? No. I don't want to ask for more towels. Stop.
That movie should have been rated NC-17.
Should have. Yeah.
The way the women,
conversation.
the way those women were talking.
Women be talking. Everybody.
I did a show last night here in your beautiful city in Brooklyn. Comedians you should know.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I've been in that. I haven't done it, but I've been in that room.
Yeah, it was all the Chicago people started it up, and I like knew all those people before they moved here,
Mm.
and they had me on, and it was just fun to watch like what modern day comedy looks like in Brooklyn. You know, 'cause there was like some. Fucking,
It was fun.
There was some
it really
heaters on
was.
there. It was packed.
Mm.
I was just waiting to get up there because I knew I was gonna fucking rip them open. But it is just like crazy because I don't do a lot of like showcase shows because I'm on the road headlining, and then you see a show and you're like, oh, people still put up with some of this shit, you know?
What are you supposed to do, you know?
Well, it's just like I don't know. It's like the whole emperor has no clothes.
You're supposed to go. Excuse me,
yeah.
you're ruining
Enough.
my wife's night.
You were ruining my partner's birthday.
Excuse me.
Well, they're not actually mine. They don't belong to me. But you know what I mean. We're poly. Everyone's Polly.
Yeah.
Polly Pocket.
Probably want a cracker.
Everyone's Polly Pocket these days.
It's a black couple that opens up. It's like, why? I thought I was enough. Polly want a cracker. That's not good.
So the show, there was a lot of stinkers.
There was one stinker, and I was like,
What was his name and ethnicity?
I don't want to say that, but I was watching it with my friend Jordan Temple, and I was like,
Lord have mercy.
it's funny to hang out with. Yeah, I only see these people when I come to town, like once a year, you know. So you see, like, you know, Ryan Donahue, you know, you see Jordan Temple.
Oh
and you're
yeah,
like,
Ryan is.
I love hanging out with you guys.
I love Ryan.
Ryan's a treasure.
Yeah. Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Is he Rhode Island?
New Englander.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can tell by the smell. Smells like Portuguese fish cakes.
Donnie.
I'm gonna
You guys
tell
are-
him that. I'm gonna be like, hey, you know, someone really nailed down your smell.
Yeah.
And
I've never
I just-
smelt him, honestly.
No, he smells good.
All right. Well, I guess that's about it for us.
that's about it.
That's an hour?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Time flies when you're
Time
my
flies
God.
when you're
That was
talking
easy.
Stephen King and
Yeah.
Maybe for you.
Well, yeah, I did all the work.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the super ultimate audiovisual.
Are you excited to come to
guys.
Denver this weekend?
I'm very excited to come to Denver.
I'll try
Spend
and
some
show you
time
guys
with
some
you,
cool stuff.
Shane, the Bezo.
I want to take you guys to the Botanical Gardens, but that will not be allowed.
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
We'll
What-
probably sleep.
I'm always trying, whenever I'm on the road anywhere, not anywhere, but
Oh,
the
you mean
couple
'cause they're
times I've
not
been
gonna-
with Shane, I'm like, hey, you want to go to the Botanical Gardens? And he's like, of course not.
Nah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's flowers.
He might
They're
be able
pretty.
to- he might go this time.
Probably not. Because I bet we'll have a couple. We'll have a couple Saturday night. Well, I'll wake up pretty late,
Yeah.
roll out of bed. You guys are going to want to go somewhere shitty like Sam's number 3. I'm going to
What's
be like,
that?
no, it's the dog shit hellhole that
Sam
everyone
number
goes
3.
Because they have green chili there.
Oh, I don't know.
No, we'll
Doesn't
try.
pique
We'll
my
try and get an
interest.
authentic. I want to take you guys to Tacos de Mexico. Get some fucking face meat tacos. Those things rip.
Face meat
Oh,
tacos.
cabeza tacos, man. Cheek meat, neck, jowl, snout. It's the fucking greatest.
Oh, face meat. Oh.
Yeah. You guys ever eaten? Once in my life, I went to a Filipino wedding and they had a whole pig's head. I
No.
ripped into that. I ate that snout. I was like, I can't wait to eat the snout. I'm like doing bits with the snout before I ate it.
Yeah.
And then this like elderly Filipino man comes up to me and just shakes his head. And I found out from the bride later that the snout is reserved for the eldest male member of the family. And I like disrespected an entire culture by like, hey, who am I?
Oink, oink,
Why don't you
oink.
come up and see me sometime? You know, and then ate it.
And the eldest elder just scoffed at
Yeah, he
you.
was pissed.
That's for me.
Yeah, I was just getting watched by this fucking old Filipino man. Like, what's this guy's deal? What, am I under arrest? I'm already a cop. Well, thank you guys for having me, Sam
Thank
Tallent.
you.
Thank
This
you for
was Sam
coming
Tallent.
and doing this.
Oh, yeah.
What is your podcast called?
My podcast is called Chubby Behemoth.
The
Shane's a
Chubby
big fan.
Behemoth podcast. My
Yeah.
roommate Shane's a big fan, right, Shane?
Yeah, I'm a chubby chaser.
It's a great
He's a
pod.
chubby chaser.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
Oh, it's really good. And we
I bet.
get slept on.
I'd never sleep on you
No, I know you wouldn't. 'Cause I wouldn't let
unless
you.
you ask nicely.
Yeah, I'm more of a futon than a man. That's a wrap on this one, guys. We had a lot of fun. Thanks to my guests, Chris and his friend, Chris and the other guy.
Join our Patreon.
Yeah.
T Swab.
Or join mine if you want a good one.
Yeah,
Yes,
you could join
yeah.
Sam's
Yeah.
too. I am
Am
a
a
man
man
of
of
constant
constant
sorrow. I've seen trouble all
because
my
I'm gay.
days.
Oh,